Hello everyone. Today we're gonna try and make a S3 hosted static website and use CORS to access resources in another bucket. Okay, first up, what we want to do is create the bucket for the website. Have some names prepared here. A S3 static website using another CORS enabled bucket. This is the name I'll use for this. And we will need to unblock all public access because it is a website and we need to be able to access it externally, or it's not really much use. Alright, now we have the bucket, and now we need to add the website files. I have them here. Let's go through them. I guess that's probably a good idea. Firstly, I'm adding an error file and an index file, and then I'm making him public accessible here. Grant public access to this object. It's important to be able to access the file. Alright, okay, let's quickly look at the file, what's actually content. The error file. Oh, actually I think I have it open here. Basically generic HTML. Hello, there had been an error. Pretty simple. But we want to be able to notice if something happens, so it's a good thing to have these. The index file. Welcome to the index page. And here some code that will eventually fetch. It will eventually load from a resource in another S3 bucket, but we will return back to this later when we get there. Okay, back to the buckets and the website. So now what we want to do is make this into an S3 static website. How we do this is going to properties. Then you see the static website hosting here. Go ahead and enable this. And here we need to write this in manually because for some reason AWS does not do this for us. But it's not too big a task, so whatever. Alright. Save up. Okay, go back. And here's the endpoint for the website. Let's check it out. Hopefully the index page should be reached now. Yep, welcome to the index page. Let's try force an error to see if we will enter the error page. Yep, looks good. There's been an error. Hello, let's return. Another way you could actually access the error page is to access it directly in the URL like this. Add this and you will access the page directly. And the same goes for the index page. You can do this as well. Alright, what we need to do now is set up another bucket. And this is the bucket where we want to have our CORS enabled on, so we are able to access the files in this folder from a website in another folder. So the name for this bucket I called S3 CORS enabled, used by static website. Alright, unblock public access, acknowledge this, yes, this is fine. Alright, and you see I added this A in front of the names of my bucket is because I like to have them in the top, descending, because this is ordered alphabetically, and I will easily be able to find it in case I have many pages of buckets, which I do, so yeah, this is quite helpful. Okay, let's enter this. There's no files at the moment, but we want to add a file. The file we want to add here and access from our website is this, called loads page HTML. Next, grant public access. Next. Yeah, just go with all the default settings. Okay, let's look at the load page file. Header level 2. The page is loaded successfully. That's it. And what we need to do now is to create an endpoint for this file, so we are able to actually access it from the other bucket and the website. And how to do this is that we actually turn this bucket into a static website as well, because then we will have this endpoint and we are able to use this to access this file. Okay, yeah. Use this bucket and we just put in a generic index file here. Okay, let's try accessing this. there's nothing because the HTML file that we added here is not existing in the bucket. There's nothing, but we need to write something to be able to actually enable this feature. But this is fine. This is exactly what we wanted, because if you do like this, we can then access the file we want. So what we want to do now is to enable CORS in this bucket. So how to do this is go to permission, CORS configurations, cross-origin resource sharing. As you see, there's nothing written here at the moment, but I have this basic script here. Feel free to steal this if you want. We can go through this in a moment. The rules allow origin. For the moment, it's a wildcard, which is kind of bad practice because you allow anyone to access the file. Allow method get. We want to just read it, and we don't want to allow people to modify the file or actually delete the file or replace it with some file that has malicious code on it. So be sure you don't use a wildcard here. That could actually be dangerous. Match 8 seconds, allow header, nothing really of importance here. Okay, then we go ahead and save. So what we want to do now is grab this endpoint here, and this is for the bucket where the CORS enabled, and then we want to go to the other bucket where the website is stored. This is the one. And what we need to do now is in this index file we need to make some changes. You might remember this, but here we need to add the URL for the load page file, which we just copy pasted just before. So we have here like this. So what will happen now? This is what it looks like now, but what will happen when this code is executed, then they will write this data from this resource below here. So hopefully this will get written below here. But we need to, now we added the URL for the load page file, and so we need to replace the existing index file with the new one that we updated. So go ahead and delete this. Done. Add files. Here we go. Create public access, yes. Alright, so let's see what happens now. Anticlimactic. Okay, let's see if there's any errors. We inspect. We see here 4 errors. What is the issue? Service problem with forbidden. Okay, probably it is not made public, I guess. Let's see. Okay, this file, let's go ahead and look at it. Properties, permissions, we want to make sure it is public readable. What could then be the issue? I guess it should be working. What could be the issue here? Let's see. This looks fine. Yeah, nothing here that could have broken it. Did we maybe break the URL? So see, a typo. Hehe, jokes on me. Okay, we need to replace it now, and hopefully this will fix it, but I'm pretty sure it will. Public read access, yes. Yes. Okay, let's try again. Ooh, success! Awesome. Okay, anyway, this is basically what we wanted. So the demo is over now. We created a bucket with a static website hosted on it, very generic, with some simple HTML. You can expand on this if you want. And then we added another bucket with the CORS enabled with an HTML file in it. this HTML file we actually used from our static website through the CORS. One thing though before we leave is, as you remember, in the CORS settings we used the wildcard, which is actually not really something you want to do here. Allow origin, because this will enable everyone to access the file, and what we want to do is to make sure that it's only this website that's able to access this file. So what we do is we use this URL and then we replace the wildcard with this URL. Okay, so now it should only be our website that's able to access this through CORS. Just to be sure, let's check that it's actually still working. Yes, okay, everything working. Hoping you learned something today. That's it for today. Thank you. Bye.